Welcome to the Golden Gate Gaming Podcast, week number 4. This week I am joined by Dawson and Kevin. Hello, guys.
I am still around.
Yes, you are.
We're still a man short. We all know that, right?
Yeah, we're still a man short. One of these days we'll end up with all 4 spots filled.
God damn it.
We'll find love soon.
But for now, we will soldier on with just the 3 of us. And This week, lots of info from Nintendo. Maybe not as much as some people would have liked, but still lots of info from Nintendo.
This episode will be appropriately named The Switch.
Yes.
Let's switch topics, snap your finger, let's switch to this. Like they always do in presentation.
I can't snap though. I've always tried and I can't.
Easy.
This is what it sounds like.
Close enough.
Yeah, it'll do.
God, yeah, that
thumps.
press conference with this switching was so weird. The one part that made me just groan the most was when, after the Splatoon demo, the guy said, "What squid you think?" It's like, oh, no, please.
He should just get fired for that. That's awful.
Please.
It's a Japanese thing. Forgive them. I'm sorry. On their behalf, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was just kind of like, oh God, no.
That's. Yeah. I didn't even watch it. I'm cringing right now.
Shame on you.
Just the difference between a Japanese showcase and an American showcase is so funny.
Yeah. Right off the bat, though, I have to say, I feel so bad for those translators. I feel like I don't know what went wrong, and it's probably Nintendo's fault. But God, that was so bad.
Really awful. I don't know if they're doing it real time or they have their, what's the term? Their scripts, I guess.
Yeah, did they have a script and the presenters went off script, or did?
Now, what made it bad? Because I didn't watch the press release because I wasn't able to. But what was the problem?
Well, there was one guy who, I can't remember what company he was for. Oh, was it the No More Heroes?
No More Heroes, yeah.
Yeah, basically he starts talking. It goes about 30 or 45 seconds with no translation. And then the translation guy pops in, he sounds super nervous, and he's just sort of saying some stuff. And you can tell he says maybe a third of what the guy actually said.
He's barely catching up.
It was just overwhelmed or something.
I don't know. Something went wrong, and it just did not work out.
You never know.
Did they go to the local college and grab translators out of there, out of class?
A slave.
Can you speak English? All right, apply here. Nintendo.
You know what's funny though is most people, at least from what I understand, my brother is stationed in Japan right now. Most people speak Japanese. Or most people speak English. Yeah, most people in Japan speak Japanese.
I would hope so.
Most people speak English over there, or at least in some degree. So it's kind of weird to come across someone who doesn't speak English. At least in first and second world countries.
I mean, speaking English and being able to translate is a big difference. Translating real time is hard.
It's a tough job.
Oh yeah, I agree. Definitely.
You got to be listening and keeping track to everything that the presenter is saying, and then translating it into correct grammar English.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely a skill, and they definitely had 2 translators that did not have that skill.
Can we start off on what? Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say they were promptly executed.
Yes.
Yeah. Can we start on what the games I like when they announced the Switch, formally?
Do we restrict this to launch games you liked, or can you go with all the games? Because one of those will be much shorter than the other one.
I have the Switch games that are supposed to be coming out pulled up, and it looks like they have quite a few. They have Farming Simulator. That's exciting.
Yeah, let's play Farming Simulator.
Do you have
to
a
go?
on that?
Yes.
It looks like Just Dance, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
How are we supposed to play Just Dance on a tablet? How are we supposed to do that?
With motion controls. I mean, it's got...
Exactly. It comes with motion controls, dude.
Yeah, but it tracks two motion controls at the same time? You're dancing left and right. You're moving your body. How does it know? I'm
Well,
really
it's
confused.
just I believe Just Dance just tracked one glove basically. The last time I played it, I believe,
It's a
or
lot
just
of
tracked your right or left hand.
yeah. When you're not using it on Connect, it's a lot of like you got to be into this and making an effort to make it look right, or you can just cheese it all and kind of move the one hand. But like,
Which
you're,
at a
you're
party, that those are the people that you absolutely hate.
it's like you're playing Just Dance. You're supposed to be having fun and dancing. Whether or not the game is tracking you accurately shouldn't really matter in whether
Yeah.
you are dancing or trying to do the dance, because that's the whole point of the game. Why are you playing it if you're not going to try to dance?
Exactly.
Good point. Yeah, sure.
It's a dancing game.
Yep. On a very small screen.
Yeah.
Nobody knows the specs, right? Nobody talking about the specs of the whole presentation.
I mean, we know the specs, and they
The
filled out
specs
most of the specs.
They did
specs
announce it
are
though in the
awful.
presentation. Yeah.
The specs are a custom Tegra chip, probably the X1.
It's an i3.
That's not Tegra.
No,
It's an
no,
i3.
no.
It's
It's
an
not.
i3 in disguise.
That would be awful. I think
Oh.
the
It's a
X1's
Tigra
worse,
3.
or the X1 is better than the
Pentium
i3, I
4.
believe.
Oh,
I would hope that it would be better
For
I
this
would hope.
purpose.
But it looks like the onboard memory is like 32 gigs, which is, in my opinion, unacceptable.
For Nintendo, it's
for-
fine.
For
like a-
for an one of the games that it comes out with in March takes up half of that, more than half, considering
game?
the software and everything that that comes on the new console.
like the OS
Which-
itself.
Do we know sizes
Exactly.
of games?
Yeah. So Breath of the Wild, which is coming out in March, is 13.4 gigs.
Wow.
Yep.
That'll take up half of the onboard memory. My question is, why not have why 32? Why 64? Why not 64? Which would at least be respectable. You
Because
could
Nintendo
have
is
4
cheap and you can
games.
get 128 gigs for like $30.
You could, but why do you want to? If I want to buy a console that I want to take on the go, I want to be able to have more than 2 games on the console
Use cartridges.
right off the go.
They're not positioning this as a digital only console. They showed off the cartridges.
The cartridges
That's
are
clearly
yeah.
what they expect to be the main way to play your games.
Which is fine, but you're also living in a digital world, and some people may not like cartridges.
You think Nintendo cares?
No, absolutely not. They made a console that's for cartridges.
At least you give them the idea of, like, can we add like a SD card on the side? Just like expand memory. I guess they didn't come into minds when they just made the console.
I mean,
I don't know.
they just copied. Same with the 3DS. The 3DS has stupidly small storage, but it has a micro SD card slot, so you're all good.
Like the Wii U, 32 gigs. Yay.
Yep.
Yeah,
But-
I thought
Yeah.
that was stupid too.
No.
Although I just think everything's stupid. So
I mean, they're not looking for games like Titanfall, which has 40 gigabytes of uncompressed audio.
Oh yes.
Like,
the good kind.
yeah, I'm not expecting it to be able to compete, but I mean, if one of the launch titles takes up half of it, that's kind of not nice.
I
Yeah.
bet all the other launch titles combined don't take up the other half, though.
Can we go through all the lineup for March? Because I really noticed there wasn't enough for a launch.
Yeah.
Game.
1-2 Switch,
1-2 Switch.
Just Dance, Skylanders Imaginators,
Yep.
Zelda,
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
and that's it.
It looks like
Sorry.
if I'm pronouncing this correct, Disgaea 5 complete.
I thought
Yeah,
that was
right.
confirmed for later in March.
That's for
It
later.
looks okay. Yeah, then I have a not up to date.
Oh wait.
Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2. That looks like it's ready for pre-order and arriving March 3rd.
Oh, cool.
That
Those are
looks to
also
be
old.
about it for that looks to be about it for March.
I see that.
Well, other in March is Super Bomberman R, Puyo Puyo Tetris, and Snipper Clips.
Ah, yes.
Those
I love
are
me some
all
Bomberman.
Because
in
Tetris
March.
needs so much more than just blocks and things.
It's a
I
good
mean,
game.
if you've followed Tetris, they do a bunch of these things where they have mashups between Tetris and other games. There's even a
Yeah.
Card Captor Sakura Tetris. I saw that.
That's
I saw
weird.
No,
AGDQ
no,
run through
no.
that. It was actually
Ew.
pretty
That's
entertaining.
that's a little weird.
It was really
No way.
entertaining.
But
Did you
what
actually-
for Switch, what
No.
game are you looking forward to most?
Mario.
Mario Kart 8.
Mario?
No, Mario Odyssey for me.
Why? Why?
It's so good.
You Donk City, huh? Okay. It's unusual for me to see a Mario game that's like an open world game. I guess we should put it like
I mean,
that
it's
way.
like Super Mario Sunshine.
But I'm just used to the Rainbow Kingdom, Mushroom Kingdom, whatever you put at it. I'm so used to that world for the last one.
Give me something new. I want something cool with Mario. It looks awesome. And also, New Donk City. Come on, give me that donk.
Like expect Donkey
Nice.
Kong to show up. Oh.
Like they called New York City New Donk City.
New Donk City.
Japanese people.
So
on.
I would imagine if they're walking down the street, you hear a lot of "Hey, nice donk."
What a nice donk we're having today.
Yep.
Donka.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm so excited for that game.
I need to do my research more. I just saw like they have a micro SD slot card.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
like-
no, they do.
I didn't see it until like right now. Like, oh wait, they have one. So
You
okay.
can get bigger. You can get
That's why I
much
said
like the Xbox and external memory, PlayStation 4 external memory. You can get an SD card, but it doesn't come with a bigger onboard memory, which is the thing that I was talking about. Is you can get outside memory, no problem.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You can get 128 gigs for like $30.
Sweet.
Just add that in.
My question to that was, why couldn't they just spend the $30 and have 128 gigs instead of 32?
Just build it in there.
Because they're
you know.
cheap.
Yeah, Nintendo, you're cheap.
Why are they
I mean,
selling a
Cheap,
$30?
you cheap
Hey.
bastards.
Why
Hey,
are they
$300
selling a
$300.
charging grip for the controllers for $30, and the grip that comes with the console does not charge them?
Now, also, here's a problem that I have with the Switch. Fantastic as the games that it comes out with may be, it's 300 pre-order at Walmart with a 32 gigabyte onboard memory. One of the games that it comes out with takes up half of that, whereas you can get an Xbox One at Walmart for $280 with one game and a 500 gigabyte onboard memory, and a PlayStation 4 for $300.
I think you're sticking on this
500
memory
gigabyte.
size thing a little bit too much.
It's
it really
I'm upset.
doesn't matter.
It's a really big deal, guys. Hey,
It
memory
really
matters.
doesn't
Well,
matter.
it's now I'm moving more onto the financial aspect of, is it worth $300? Because
Basically,
the other
it's-
consoles are.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
know,
it's
you
not
just
worth
talk about
300 yet.
bang
It's
for
got
your
no
buck.
library.
Yeah. I mean, they're like, what? We're purposing games from the Wii U, you know, upgrade it. Mario Kart 8 is doing that. What other games are going to be there? There's a lot, though, from Wii U joining over from the Switch, though.
I would hope. It looks like the Splatoon is coming out in the summer. Sonic Mania, Skylanders is, I mean, it's coming out March 3rd. But Shovel Knight, which looks to be fun.
I love Shovel Knight.
It's just there's a lot of games coming to it. They're out on other consoles already.
And I would
There's-
also like, just looking at the games coming out, it's definitely different than the games coming out for the other just stationary consoles, in that these are a lot more party games, it looks like, or, you know, super chill, laid back games at least.
Oh, yeah, I know. I know one game that's super chilly. I'm like, this is the name of your game, all right? ARMS. What a game. It's a boxing game, if you're not aware. You use two Joy-Con controllers to, like, twist, move around, and then, like, you punch your enemies. And I don't
So
know
one
why
thing I
they make
read
such a game.
finally
Yeah.
is that you don't have to use the movement controls. You can use just plain buttons. The movement controls are optional.
because it makes more fun if you just have the controllers with you, like
Yeah, see
for the full
that
experience.
that's cool. I like that they made that optional and not mandatory. That's a good
Don't,
decision on their part.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the controllers. I like the design they did. It is amazing.
But
I
like,
love them
if
so
they're
much.
positioning it as like this deep, precise, game, like that doesn't mesh with motion controls. Like, if you really want it to
Yeah.
be deep and accurate and like something that you can, be super accurate and good at, you gotta have a regular controller.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of regular controllers, though, you saw the prices, right? You're aware. You're an optional Switch Pro controller is like, was it $70 or $80?
The Pro
I think it was
controller is
80.
70.
Oh, never mind. I'm
Ugh,
wrong.
A set of the Joy-Con controllers is 80,
80.
and the charging grip for the Joy-Con controllers is 30.
Oh boy, I don't know if I'm gonna like throw money into this console, man. I'm not really.
See, that's what I'm saying is this console is financially on par with the Xbox and the PlayStation, which are both $300. Not like they're not just being released. So they're at $300 at Walmart, and their controllers are 80, 90, $100. Why is the Switch, which is a smaller console that's not as good internally, being sold for the same price?
Just Nintendo. You know, that's how they
Damn
roll.
you, Nintendo.
Curses. They don't even listen though. Like
They don't
I'm
need to. They're a different market. It'll probably work out okay. They're trying, instead of putting out a bunch of games at launch, they're putting out, I think it was one AAA game every month for the next, however long.
Is that to give people time to play the AAA and then move on to the next one?
Is to make sure there's a steady stream of games, because the Wii
Uh,
U had a bunch of cool stuff at launch. Still had a fairly weak launch lineup, but it had all their cool games out on day one, and then there was a big dry spell until they had something new.
gotcha.
And so
that's
this time
that's smart.
they're having a super weak launch, but they're
That's smart.
committed to putting out new stuff every month. Though I have
Have you
to
guys?
argue with whether
Yeah,
like Mario Kart counts as
it should
holding
be.
a whole month, because it's just the old Mario Kart. But it's whether or not you agree with the games that they choose to be their big games to keep it moving. They do have, in their minds, big game every month.
Yeah, and as long as they're fun, that's fine. It's as long as they're fun.
Anybody pre-ordered theirs? Because I check everyone and they're all sold out. I gotta wait.
I made a mistake. I pre-ordered it, and then I
Yeah.
canceled it, and then I realized I
Oh,
should have kept it
held
and
it.
offered it to someone else, because I'm sure someone on our on the Facebook group or on Discord would have wanted it, and I could have totally given it away to someone,
Oh,
but
shame.
I
Could have
pre-ordered
given
it.
it the great Switch.
Snap.
Could have switched it up.
Yep.
Hey.
Hey, it works. I guess I got
So
timing right.
so and then I also felt like a huge dick, but I did sell my copy of pre-order for Zelda,
No. Is it the mastered one? The collector's edition
the
one?
Master Edition.
Ooh.
Nice.
No.
Now, here's the question: who did you sell it to?
On eBay.
Why?
You
How much?
monster.
Yeah.
Profits.
I listed it like stupidly high. I was like, it won't sell. I'll just cancel the pre-order. But then it did sell, and I was like, oh, I guess someone really has more brains than or more money
Oh,
than
I guess
brains.
I can really pay for rent this month.
Yay. Enough money. If not, enough food for a month, I'll survive.
I was just like,
Yeah.
because like I even looked, and there were still auctions up for $100 less than what I listed it for. So I don't know why they bought it. But
Did you list it as a buy, or did you list it as an auction?
I mean, I listed it as a buy, but there were also buys
It has to be a
Well,
buy.
lower.
Someone's dumb.
Yeah. I
If
don't...
you're listening, you just got gypped by Reilly.
I mean, there were people that were also listening at higher than me, so...
So you just chose the middle ground. You wanted to make it so that you weren't too high, but you weren't too
I mean,
low.
there were people listening at like $600 and $500.
Just around.
That's insane to me. I don't understand.
Yeah. But there were still plenty of listeners at like $300 when I looked.
Yeah, sure.
For the game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It costs like what, $100?
Yeah, 130.
For the game?
For the game and the whole like the statue.
Because it was a pre-order and it was a special edition, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I was like 100 for a game. Oh my goodness. Back to
Yeah.
finances.
Yeah. So I sold mine for $450.
Cartridge.
Oh, well, okay. So you made money. That's nice.
Yeah. No. It was
How much drugs are you gonna buy with that?
so much.
So much dope.
You're gonna live Zelda soon.
I'll actually probably buy a PS4.
Yes. Buy one.
Nice.
There's
Join
a
us.
there's a lot of PS4 games I want to play.
Join us.
Nice.
Which ones are you looking
Yeah.
forward to this year?
On PS4?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get through a backlog first. Uncharted, Last of Us, all those things.
I got them though. I'll sell them for you. I don't care.
I'm looking to buy them for cheap.
Hey
Real cheap.
Nintendo, Sony has you beat. You heard it here first.
Oh boy. Yeah. Sony wants your money.
That should be fun. I'll have a lot of new games to play through.
Oh my god. The
Definitely.
games. Alright, let me just go straight right here. You all see the Zelda reveal at the end of the show? That was such a trailer. I love that.
Still want to play that game so badly. Oh my god.
It looks cool. I didn't see the trailer, but I've read about it, and I was reading about it earlier today. It looks nice. It looks really cool.
The music.
I mean, the scale
Oh
for the
my
world.
God, the
oh
music.
boy. I'm gonna hate myself. I'm gonna play this later and not get not as soon as I want it to be because I don't have a Switch to play with or a
Now,
Wii
is
U to play
this-
with.
Is this a game where they take the One Ring to Mordor
Yeah.
A simple walk
so that they can save
Yeah.
the Enterprise from the Sith?
more or less.
They have to take the One Ring to Hogwarts.
Oh my god. I don't know about you guys, but if I had a chance to pre-order right now, I would just keep holding on until I need a slew of games to just keep me going.
I even if I had the desire to pre-order, I still wouldn't because I'm a college kid who has no money.
I'll buy a Mario bundle when that comes out.
Nice.
Christmas
Now,
time.
are you ever gonna buy the Switch? Or are you gonna buy it when there's more titles out? Or
Yeah, I'll buy that Mario bundle in Christmas, and then there'll be Splatoon and Mario Kart and Zelda and all those things to play.
we need to do a Splatoon party.
Yeah.
All right.
Splatoon is for Steam, yeah. We can get Splatoon on Steam.
No.
No,
only-
it's
only
Nintendo.
That's dumb.
Wii
Nintendo
U
only.
and Switch.
That's dumb.
Oh well, you gotta buy a Switch to play one.
Steam.
No,
Get
it's
on
not. No.
Get on that shit, Valve. It's obviously Valve's fault we don't have.
It's not Nintendo's greedy fault.
They gotta have something
It
to
kind of
get people
is.
to buy their
It
game.
kind of is.
That's the joke.
I heard one thing I really that it kind of resonated with me was Colin was talking about Colin from a kind of funny Colin Moriarty
Yeah.
was talking about his prediction was that the Switch might do so badly that it finally drives Nintendo to open up their licenses for Zelda and Mario and stuff, and we might see a Zelda or Mario game on another console.
Which would be great.
That would be amazing.
I can't. Would
I
they?
don't think it'll actually happen, but it would be amazing
No.
if it did.
It's not gonna happen. They're still gonna do Nintendo ways. Their Nintendo culture.
The difference is Nintendo, as far as I'm aware, does really well in the Asian communities, in the Asian countries. That's their gigantic market. So even if it doesn't do well over here, it does really well over there.
I guess, but they're targeting a big audience for day one. Japan's one of them. U.S. and Canada. I guess they're gonna hit Europe somehow at the same time.
Yep.
But from what I hear, with all the pre-orders sold out, can you do a bigger amount of demand for the Switch to process, getting them a little bit more faster to the public, so everybody can like play Mario outside your home instead of going out? Cause that'd be really sweet.
I mean, Nintendo doesn't want to have. They want to sell out. They always do. That's their MO. They sell out because it creates demand for the console.
I mean, it's gonna be for a long time, especially Zelda's gonna be a big game. I know that for sure. Super Mario Odyssey, that's another big game for sure. I know.
I mean, that's not until Christmas time though.
I know you got a good time for you to just replenish your stocks, sell them down, get them really into the console. Because at this point, I'm seeing all the games that they announced. At this point, I'm not gonna buy until maybe a good amount of games do really show up. Uh-oh.
You should just save up for an Xbox if you don't have one already.
I mean, I'm gonna get an Xbox eventually because
there's not much on Xbox.
Well, there's not much. You have a racing game.
Quite a bit on it, or just get a PC, get a better PC.
I have a PC and a PS4. I can get an Xbox whenever I want to. But
at this point,
honestly, I don't really see a point to get an Xbox.
What? You're insane.
If you have a PC, yeah, I don't really see a point.
Oh no, I agree with you. If you have a PC,
because you can play all the Xbox games on PC.
Well, not all of them. No.
Most of them.
That's a game. Most of them.
Most of them, yes. But I don't know. Xbox is its own kind of fun.
So right now, if I just decide to go on Steam right now and actually check if I could buy a AAA game on Steam and then play on Xbox. Oh wait, that's not how it works. You buy it on the Windows Store, right? Oh, no thanks then. Can't do it. No sale. Sorry, Microsoft.
I play my Forza all the time on my PC. It's great.
I really need Forza to play again.
It's so much fun.
I'm trying to build a PC right now.
It's still sucking on that.
It's hard.
Hit me up. I'll get it ready for you.
Oh yes.
I love it.
I'm getting the pieces right now. I just got a processor and I'm hopefully getting some other stuff.
Yeah. What do you know? What processor you got?
The i5 6500.
Not bad.
Okay.
So pretty decent.
You got an i5. What else you got?
And then I got I believe I'm hopefully ordering a 1070 6 gig graphics card, an Asus Z170K motherboard, 16 gigs of RAM. So it's
interesting
it'll
i5
work.
choice with the 1070.
I'm hella turned on right now. Holy crap. 1070.
It's Justin. He is a technosexual.
Who's Justin?
Just in. You are.
It's Justin. You are a technosexual.
I know. Okay. I thought a guy named Justin showed up out of nowhere.
Yeah, Justin is a technosexual, guys. Welcome, Justin.
Hey.
Yay.
Cheers.
Yay.
And Justin left.
Aww.
Bye.
Sadness.
Bye, Justin. He worked at Nintendo.
He was the translator. He got fired.
Hey, it was our first guest.
What a poor chap. Oh. He'll probably be the last guest.
Yeah, if you wonder why there's no translation on this, it's because Justin wasn't doing his job.
Justin just doesn't do his job. He peed a little too.
Speaking of Xbox, though, did you hear about Scalebound?
I heard about Scalebound. I don't know exactly what it was. I hadn't heard a whole lot about it.
It's a fairly interesting looking, well, it was a fairly interesting looking RPG with like dragons and stuff in it. It looked pretty cool. It got canceled.
Yeah, it's a game where you fight like bigger bosses with your dragon.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was so looking forward to that game, and now rumors say they're gonna cancel it, and then hours later they said they canceled it. Oh
Now,
boy,
it looks like it was in development since 2014 or maybe even earlier.
it
It's
was
been in
2014.
development for a
So
long time.
Yeah,
They spent a
that's
lot of
that's
money on it.
I don't understand why well, I mean I do understand why companies cancel games, but like if you've spent so much money on it and for how long you've worked on it, why not just finish it, release it, or give it to somebody who will finish it? Because I know a lot of maybe smaller companies who would love to just get the skeleton of it or the unfinished product so that they can kind of do their twist on it.
but doesn't Xbox own the licensing rights to
I believe so.
Scalebound? So they're not just gonna let Sony or Nintendo get those rights. Because Platinum Games.
Well, I mean, it's canceled, so they're just losing money.
But they still have the rights, so you just can't sell it away.
I mean, they're not losing money; they're just not making money.
No, they lost the
Well,
money.
no,
when
they
canceled it.
lost money because they spent man hours trying to make it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they have stopped losing money because they canceled the game.
Yeah.
They looked at the finances, and it would have cost too much to keep it going versus what they thought their return would be. So,
Aside from Scalebound, they said Crackdown 3 was in trouble, but I guess I don't know, they solved it or something.
I hope that finishes. That's been in development for a long while.
It was in development when I was a wee lad.
It
A
was supposed
wee
to be
lad.
it was supposed to be like a launch-ish game for Xbox One, showing off the cloud computing.
Interesting.
Because
No.
that was a whole thing that was supposed to happen with Xbox One, was that it could offload some of the computing to the cloud.
Yep.
That's weird.
Sorry.
But they that hasn't really materialized. And
Yeah.
so I don't really know what's going on. I haven't really been following it. But
Mhm.
who knows?
Yeah. I just hope it see the light of day someday. I'm still looking forward to that game, but as far as I know, there's plenty more games coming out in like a month span or two. Like tomorrow, Ruby is coming out for Xbox and PS4. I'm just like saving my money right now. Get all
I'm
the
excited.
DLC.
I'm excited.
But
Still
I'm
haven't
not.
played it.
I'm
Still
not
haven't
sure
played it on PC.
why.
I want to play it with a group of 4.
Yeah, but it's like you just jump on anybody's game. You just like just stage 1, and then you're just like off the bat you're in a boss fight. That's a bad multiplayer. But I'll
Yeah.
manage. That's my experience
Yeah.
on Steam. So I don't know how this would work on PS4, especially like they did some changes or something for Ruby, this version at least. Wasn't really
We'll
We
aware.
have
see.
to. Yeah, I can't wait to try it when I have money.
So none of y'all
It'll be
played
great.
Ruby yet, so
Not
sorry.
at all. I have not played. I'm waiting.
Such fanboys, you just bought the game and you just don't touch it.
Well, the problem is I don't have a computer in order to run it. So
Just-
once it comes out,
I also got gifted the
Uh,
game, so
Yeah.
that's see. You should just give it to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's in my library.
No.
You
Give
should
it.
just give your library to me.
Oh, a couple weeks ago, we looked through our Steam libraries and saw how much it was allegedly worth, according to that site.
How much is your Steam library worth?
It was like just under 6,000. It's now over 6,000.
That's insane. Well, I mean, I can't complain because I'm a little bit more of a music whore than a game whore, and my iTunes library is well over 20,000.
Yeah, I don't buy my music.
No.
I stream it with
Spotify.
Google Play
Well,
Music.
my family's owned this iTunes for like we imported all of our CDs before we had iTunes, and then when we had iTunes, we just bought everything on there. So we have so much. It's
Back when I used iTunes, I had like 30,000 on it, I think.
yeah, we have like I don't know, we have a lot.
But now I just have giant playlists on Google Play Music. But yeah, so the reason I brought up Steam was that there's a badge.
Back to Steam.
There's a badge called Game Mechanic. Or actually, I think that's the particular one I have. but you get it at different like amounts of games owned. And so I've had the 250 plus games owned for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I went through my entire like Humble Bundle backlog of games and was just adding all the keys I hadn't added to my library yet to try to get that up, because I was like at 470 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't quite make it. I'm at 489 games, and the next batch is 500.
Here's the question: is have you played all of those games?
Yeah, of course not.
No,
I've played like half of them.
It's interesting. I don't ask me to cite it correctly because I have absolutely no idea where I read it. But apparently, and I'm not saying this is fact, but most Steam owners play less than half of the games on their library. They buy, they buy a lot of games and they only play about 2/3. Maybe less than
2/3. The stat I've heard is that 30% of games on Steam never get played.
Yeah,
like 30% of bought games on Steam never get played.
Yeah,
you can blame the Steam sales, fellas. You buy all that crap and you don't even play it.
You buy a $20 game for 20 cents and you never touch it again. You're the problem with America.
You spy.
I mean, I've played a lot of them. There's just some of them just like, and also some of them like the Gary's Mod games, like Counter Strike, the original Counter Strike that you need for Gary's Mod. I've never played that. So
see, that's the same with me. Is like I think I have 2 games on my library that I got both for free that I needed for Gary's Mod that I haven't played. That's it.
Yeah,
that's good. That's fine.
I try to play everything that I buy.
My library is just ridiculous. And also sometimes like you get like a pack of games and there's one that you don't want from there.
Yeah. How much do I have? I think I only have like 20 games in my library, which is lightweight.
But it's really frustrating because like on the drop down menu in Steam, it says I have 503 games. But some of those,
they're just stealing that metal from you. You should sue them.
Yeah.
Some of those don't count apparently.
Hit Steam with another hit Steam with another lawsuit.
See how much you get back.
Oh, also today I just read an article earlier today. Some like ex-football player, I think he's now a wrestler, is suing Microsoft because they used his likeness in Gears of War. Apparently the character Coltrane is allegedly modeled after him.
So they used his likeness, or quote unquote his likeness, when he was in public to model a character in a video game.
I mean, it's like the...
Let's say Lohan issue with GTA.
Which I still just can't see. It's definitely Kate Upton.
How is it? No, I'm not gonna step there.
No, don't stop there.
No.
I'm trying to find an article that has the other guy, former American football player, sues Gears of War. Yes, I know. Can you show a picture of him? There you go. This has a picture of him. I'm gonna post it on the Discord real quick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the link's right here. I'll check it right now.
He looks kind of like it, but it's like, if you haven't like been in the studio for them to, facial map you, then you aren't in the game.
I don't even know who's the guy in there. Lenwood Hamilton. I don't know who the fuck that guy is. I'm sorry. If it's like a high profile,
you go.
I mean, like if it's like a high profile football player, like let's say Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, yeah, sure, you can sue him. But this is like one of those like maybe a line tackle guy person, offensive line. No, he's not gonna win that case. I'm sorry. You're like.
Well, I don't think any of them should win the case because they were out in public. I mean, it's someone who looks like another person. It's not. All they need to say is no, we didn't model it after you. It looks like somebody. I've seen, a few characters who look like me or look like somebody else. Doesn't necessarily mean it was modeled after them.
It's
Unless it was explicitly stated, yeah, this character was modeled after you without your permission or something.
it's not even close. I'm comparing the pictures right now from one that Mr. Reilly showed to me on Discord. It's not even close, man. You're
So
super.
obviously, someone has a inflated view of self worth.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
Too much.
Yeah,
Too much.
it's unfortunate. We teach these people to play football, and they think they're good enough to be in video games. Goodness gracious!
We're still not. We're still upset about the whole Ariana Grande on Final Fantasy. Don't start
I'm
there.
not upset at all.
You don't even play Final Fantasy. I know you.
Not at all. But I love Ariana Grande. I've met her before. She's wonderful.
No.
That's fantastic.
No.
She was really short. She was like a tiny little Dorito.
Dorito, huh? Okay.
Exactly. That I would put her skin akin to a Dorito, like a Cool Ranch Dorito.
Oh, I love Cool Ranch.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about food right now. Gaming podcast needs food. Let's talk
Gaming
about food.
podcast talking about Ariana Grande and food. All right, so moving on.
Yep.
Gaben, Lord Gaben, is set tomorrow to appear to host a Reddit AMA at 3 p.m.
That he is
Pacific time, which looks interesting.
I'm
I have no idea
sure
what it is.
there'll definitely be no questions asking about Half-Life 3.
It's not
Not
gonna
at all.
happen. No.
No questions.
Not at all. This is reported by PC Gamer. The source, whose opinions interviewer Andrew Rayner was unable to verify, suggested Half-Life 3 didn't exist and has never existed nor will ever exist. So the first thing that they said was Half-Life 3 doesn't exist, and then they went on to talk about Gaben hosting the Reddit AMA. It seems like Valve's one and like their foremost opinion and foremost just quote on anything is Half-Life 3 doesn't exist.
Yep.
We'll
We'll never see Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
I kind of remember watching like a video from The Know as to why Half-Life 3 will never happen. I think it's The Know or IGN. I don't know. One of those two. So I guess Valve is a very big company. Really big. A lot of people working on games. Blah 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 blah. So I guess the mindset for Half-Life 2 was each team that can develop a plot or maybe a good storybook for the game had their own thing going on, and I guess none of them really mattered because they didn't like how the story went through, or it wasn't good enough to sell for Valve. I don't know, so he just ended up scrapping the whole idea, which basically leads to maybe not developing Half-Life 3 in general after Half-Life 2 happened.
Well, I just think it's probably just something like they said all they needed to say with Half-Life 2, and trying to attain Half-Life 3 or trying to go further into Half-Life 3 would only bog up the story that they feel they've created beautifully. And well, what's your opinion?
My opinion is just simply that releasing Half-Life 3 will only be a detriment. It won't sell well because it can never live up to the hype because it's been hyped for so long. And the Half-Life series was so like revolutionary when it came out. Half-Life 3 will never be able to like break, be the thing that Half-Life 2 was and Half-Life the original was in, just as a concept in the wider gaming world. Half-Life 3 will just be the continuation, and they make a lot of money on other things, and it would cost them a bunch of money, and it would not sell well, and would probably tarnish some of the goodwill towards it's just it wouldn't be there's not really any positives in it for them.
Here's a problem that I see though, is that it shouldn't be what Half-Life 2 was. The Half-Life 2 is an extremely unique and great game, and it should aspire to be a good sequel to that. And they have money, they have a lot of money, so they could probably find new ways to revolutionize the gaming industry if they were to want to go into Half-Life 3. I bet, given enough time and effort, they would definitely be able to do something unique, because I do think that most people definitely want another Half-Life 2, which I think is kind of the wrong way to look at it. Is I want the same feeling as this game gave me. I don't want the same feeling that this game gave me because it is just going to flop. I want something that's going to be completely, totally new, and it's going to change my mind from even what Half-Life 2 did.
Yeah, I would probably just leave it like that. I don't want the whole sequel problem where you make a sequel to a game and then like the sequel sucks. You just let the franchise down. So
I don't want the same game. I want something that's going to be better.
It's safe to say
in different ways. I don't want it to be better but the same.
And they found their place to do that. They made Portal.
Yeah.
And then we need a Portal free right now.
They have decided that they can't find the same sense of like wonder and revolutionary in Half-Life 3 that they can find with new IP.
They should make Half-Life 3 but totally nude.
It's called a nude mod. You could just make one up.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, who needs a mod when you have Steam who could, hook a brother up?
Yep, that's the whole point.
Come on, Steam.
You can make it happen. Dreams.
Yes.
It's anything's possible. Let's just put it like that.
Anything's possible with Gaben.
Yep. All hail Lord Gaben, our Lord and Savior.
All hail.
Amen.
Did we just start a cult?
No.
I guess so.
No, you're not.
We joined one. There's already been one.
Gotcha.
The cult of what? What's the cult name?
I don't know.
All right.
But a little different.
Steam.
I wanted to ask what you thought about Did you see what the conclusion of the Project Valerie from CES was?
The conclusion meaning what happened to it, or
yeah.
No, I did not see.
Nobody
what happened
knows.
To it.
Nobody.
It
knows.
was listed on a Chinese auction site.
Nice. Did they
Yesterday,
get it back? Did they get it back?
I'm not sure if they've gotten it back, but it was. I don't think they'll ever find it. But it was listed on. It was listed on. Maybe they'll buy it out, but it was listed for $25,000. I think it was.
So basically, like you're matching the reward for returning the laptop as the price you're auctioning the laptop for.
Here's the question. How would they know if these people who stole the laptop? Did they get any sort of facial recognition or anything from these guys? I assume they would, but why wouldn't they just give it back and get the $25,000 reward? There's really no way to link it to them, or if they gave it to somebody else and they were like, "Hey, I bought this for like $300 and I realized it was your guys's."
I mean,
you're gonna just return.
We're discussing morals and ethics.
Yeah. And also, I think they stole 2 of them. I heard
two prototype models.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. So if they're selling each for $25,000, then they're making more than they could.
I'm still in shock how they got the prototypes out of the booth.
It was from the press room.
Yeah, but inside job maybe, I don't know. Some dorks just too nerdy, tech fetish and all, just want the laptop for themselves. It's the prototype. They don't have any of these yet in the world, so it's probably unique.
Well, I would imagine they would have to know security details or beyond the security detail itself in order to pull that off. Because I mean, how are you going to hide that?
They played a lot of Tom Clancy games.
No, I just consider things.
What's that game?
Rainbow Six. No.
The other one.
Oh.
Rainbow Five.
Splinter. No, that's Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell, yeah.
No. I mean, you have to be like super into the business maybe of the organizers maybe to know how security works. You gotta know somebody inside that has control over the
We
whole
are
of them.
figuring out who stole Project Valerie right now.
We're gonna solve this mystery
We're gonna
right
solve
now.
the mystery. It was I don't know. It was a ghost, and then you take off the ghost mask, and it was Gaben.
Lord
It was a
Gaben.
ghost.
The
And
ghost.
he would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for us meddling podcasters.
All right. I think
bad.
we had Lord Gaben enough for this podcast. I think we should let that
Is
joke.
there anything
set
else
aside.
you wanted to say about the Switch? I'm trying to think.
I'm upset, but that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but
Triggered.
the fact that they said it runs on a 2 to 6 hour battery life depending on what game you play. Nope, I'm disappointed. You could have done better. Sorry. That's it.
I mean, it's that disappoints me, but it also they're using USB-C, and you can just get a power bank, which is fantastic. Which instead of like the 3DS where it's got its weird proprietary connector and but now you just have a nice little power bank that you can charge your phone on, and you can charge your tablet on. It's great.
Here's I'm gonna suggest to everybody buying a Switch. If you're buying it so that you can walk out in nature and play it, why not just enjoy nature?
I don't think
Nature
people are buying it to walk out in nature and do it. They're buying it
I think some people do. That's why I know a couple friends who bought Pokemon Go explicitly to get some walking done.
You bought Pokemon Go.
Well, yeah, but that's not the Switch. That's a game.
It's not the Switch. Definitely,
the Switch is more for like
joke, but
you're on a road trip, or you're on the train to work, or you're at a convention. I'm sure we'll see lots of them at RTX.
Oh yeah.
Oh, RTX in Sydney. Right?
RTX.
Yeah,
well, they have an RTX Sydney, but there's also the RTX happening in Austin this July.
I still can't afford a freaking hotel. God dang it! Anybody bought their tickets?
I'm not going this year. I'm hopefully going next year.
Just got my Airbnb booked.
I'm still half and half about
Super
going
excited.
this year.
I think some people, a part of the Rooster Teeth NorCal group, are coming together to get hotels and stuff. So if anybody needed a hotel, I mean, you can always go on the Rooster Teeth website and hook up with somebody there. I know there are quite a few people willing to share hotels as long as they're
there will be
comfortable.
a post in not too long that will be people posting looking to share hotel rooms.
Exactly.
Looking forward to it, guys. So you heard it first. Go to get gaming.
Like Airbnb, you can get, if you split with people, it can be about $50 a night.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah, there are quite a few. I mean, and if you don't mind a 20-30 minute walk, which I know some people do, but some people don't, there are definitely some good cheap motels that you can get for $40-50 a night single that aren't horrible.
Not quite that low.
No.
It probably won't be that low, but
I looked at those last year, and
maybe 60, 70.
It'll go no.
It's over 100. Austin's
over 100.
Expensive as hell.
For the motels.
Yeah.
Yep.
They get up into the low hundreds.
I don't like that.
Like the lowest is like 90 maybe.
Because like last time when I was checking, because I'm a rather fit individual, I was looking at walking distance of 30 minutes, and the motels that I was looking at that time had been, if I was a single ready to mingle, it looked like they were about 60 per night, which wasn't bad. It may just be last year
Maybe
prices versus this year prices.
I'm excited. I got my place. It's 2 blocks away from the convention center, 2 blocks away from 6th Street. It's gonna be great.
Nice.
It's right. It's actually like a block away from the Hyatt.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hope
it's
you have
fantastic.
fun.
Now, are you sharing with anybody, or are you
3
actually?
others.
Oh, nice. It's awesome.
I mean, you don't expect him to have the whole thing for himself, right?
And it's an Airbnb, so we've got big old space. We got a nice TV, got nice internet. There's a pool.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
On a hot
Nice.
summer day in Austin. take a dip while you're off the convention floor. That'd be great.
I mean, that's a little off from the gaming, but it's a gaming convention. It's close enough.
It's a nerd gaming convention.
Yes.
We can talk about
One of us.
We've talked about food
One
and politics.
I'm looking forward to seeing how much it grows this year in terms of like, you know, like other companies there. Because last year they had, you know, like Twitch, and they had Behemoth there. They had some other games companies there showing off stuff. It was cool.
Nice.
We'll look forward to it.
It'll be cool to see how much they grow the show floor this year.
Yep.
I can't. I hope I can go next year, just because I believe I'll be joining the military in the beginning of next year, hopefully. So I'm hopefully going to be able to get the time off for that, and I can't wait to go at least one of these years.
It's fun.
I'll join
real
too.
Fun.
I'll be there soon too.
Well, when you do, there's a Discord group that is all about RTX. So.
All right. Okay. I guess that's a good way to wrap up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It was an exciting week in gaming with all the Switch news. We'll see. We'll see what this next week brings. Thanks for listening. Have a good night.
Deuces.
Bye.